Hi, and welcome to Luxury Living NYC. I'm Erin Wheelock, a licensed associate broker here in New York City with Keller Williams. And on this channel, you'll find a lot of things that people just aren't talking about. Our team is here, as always, to help you make smart moves in the city. But for now, let's get into it because this might not even be the place for you to be. Number one is our hustle mentality. I mean, let's be realistic. If you've ever seen anything about New York City, you know that everyone here has an insane hustle mentality. I wake up in the morning, I look at my view over the city, and all I can think of is, what can I accomplish today? Now, that is definitely not for everyone. If you're okay just being at your own pace, doing kind of what you're doing, maybe some mediocre energy, then this is definitely not for you. I mean, we have that hustle mentality. Where can I go to next? What can I accomplish next? And you'll find that in everything from the pace, right? When you're outside walking. I mean, I constantly have to slow down and remind myself to just be present for a minute, but we're always on the go. I know people often say that New Yorkers are rude. I don't actually think that we're rude. I think we're just efficient with our time. And that means that when you ask us for directions, when we're running from the express train to the local train or from the local train to the express train, we're probably not as excited to help you because the door is about to close and we're about to be late to our next appointment because we have that amazing hustle mentality. And all we want to do is achieve more. Let's face it, New York is where dreams come true, right? New York is where you can build anything you want, where you can live the American dream. And that's all absolutely true, but that comes with that hustle mentality. So the people you meet, they're on the go. When you're walking around, you should be on the go, or you're in someone's way, basically. But if you don't have that hustle mentality and you don't want to be around that hustle mentality, that achieve more, be more, do more mentality, might not be for you. With the hustle mentality are big thinkers. We're constantly challenging each other to think bigger, to build bigger, to do bigger. But if that's not really what you want, then this is definitely not the place for you to be. Number two is gonna be the high cost of living. Of course, we have this amazingly high cost of living. I mean, our median sales price is over $1 million, and considering you have to put 10 to 20% down, that means you need at least 100 or 200,000 to put down, plus post-close liquidity and, enough to have some good monthly maintenance and reserves, right? It's definitely a high cost of living. But also, I mean, let's get into what you get for that high cost of living. I have 3 coffee shops literally downstairs of my building. There's insane restaurants everywhere. I was somewhere recently back at home. I'm from Wisconsin, so I can say this. And I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't do things like sushi here. Couldn't do things like a really nice Korean barbecue. You have to travel for those things. In New York, you have it literally right downstairs. I can have amazing Italian. I have a Michelin star restaurant downstairs. I have a great steak across the street, oysters, sushi, Mexican, you name it. It is all immediately in my vicinity and in every vicinity, probably in a 5-block radius. You can have cuisine from anywhere in the world, and it is absolutely fabulous. Now let's talk about conveniences with that high cost of living. So if you want to be able to have someone pick up your dry cleaning, drop it off 3 days later, drop off your fresh groceries when you're home after work so that you don't have to go to the grocery store, this might not be the place for you. I mean, that's definitely what we pay for here. One of my absolute favorite things is that I can get in a car at the office, I can have all of my laundry or dry cleaning delivered at home, and I could have a bottle of wine for a friend delivered to their place by the time I get there. The conveniences of New York City. Yeah, but it definitely comes at a high price tag. Now, when it comes to a high price tag, let's just talk about the real estate of it. So in Brooklyn, your median home sales price is gonna be just over $1 million. It's actually $998 per square foot on average in Brooklyn. Hello. Crazy. All right, now in Manhattan, we're at an average right now of $1,350 a square foot, which is gonna equate to about 1.17 as your median home price. And not everything is gonna be as big, right? Those homes are gonna be approximately 800 to maybe 1,400 square feet, depending upon what neighborhood and what amenities the buildings have. If you're in a walk-up brownstone up 3 or 4 flights versus, a high rise. I mean, let's be honest, you might be paying mansion tax in New York City on a 500 square foot studio. Mansion. Something else when it comes to high cost of living, and it does have to do with conveniences. Personally, I think it's because I walk past so many amazing shopping spots on the way home. I mean, it's not even fair that I have to walk past Saks and Bergdorf's. I mean, why not just walk in and see what they have for you? Or Diptyque, why not just grab a fresh candle on your way home? Yeah, that's one of the costs of livings that they don't really tell you about, but it's real. And the third thing, I'm gonna put two things together. It is the small spaces with noise. I feel like small spaces are one thing, noise is one thing, but when you put them together, it's a lot. I mean, again, that average apartment is gonna be around 1,000 square feet, give or take a couple hundred square feet. So what can you really fit in it? Is it you? Is it a family? And there is constantly construction happening in New York City. I know, it's good, right? Because we need more inventory, don't get me wrong. However, when they are drilling the pilings, it is so loud. And then because we have all of those amazing restaurants that I told you about earlier, now you're dealing with people that are going out. They could be loud. If you don't have good windows in your home, forget it, you'll hear everything. Also, I feel like we are the land of sirens. There are always sirens going off. Although, quick tip for you, if you end up buying extremely close to a hospital, there is a parameter around the hospital that they're not allowed to have the sirens on. So don't think being next to a hospital would make it more noisy. It might actually make it less noisy. Same with the firefighters. They have something as well about their sirens. I digress. The point is, within a 2-block walk, you're probably hearing at least one siren, if not two. There's constant noise going on from those amazing restaurants, people gathering, things happening in the city, right? We're the city that never sleeps. So if you don't like noise and you don't like things happening, right, you're probably not gonna like New York City. I mean, let's face it. We have so many amazing museums that you can go to. We have so much fabulous nightlife. We have concerts often. You have Madison Square Garden if you want to go see some sports, Barclays Center, all of that stuff going on and literally so close to you no matter where you live in the city. It's going to create some noise and tight spaces. So do you think you can handle life in New York City? If you're still on the fence or you think you can, let's talk. I can help you to find the perfect neighborhood for you and your lifestyle. So drop your information below or of course, reach out to me. I would love to chat with you about your home purchasing needs here in New York City. And until the next time, be sure to like, subscribe, share this with a friend who you think is relocating. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And of course, as always, we at the Wheelock team would love to be your global real estate team of choice. Bye guys.